Shalom, friends. I want to share a short meditation practice with you about self-forgiveness. When I think about the art of forgiveness, one of the things I have in mind the most is that the beginning of everything, the beginning of my ability to forgive others or life or God, meaning really the ability to give myself a chance to move forward and undo the knots that keep me stuck in the past and in resentment. That's really what forgiveness is about. It's freedom to move forward. It all takes ground, it all takes its source in my ability to forgive myself. If I can't forgive myself, I can't forgive others. And so this is the practice I want to share with you now, because it really is the center of everything for me, the beginning of everything. And it's one of the practices I do the most and I've done the most. It's also one of the practices that have been really the most freeing to me. So I thought I'd share it with you today. Just to note that one of the reasons that it's so hard to forgive ourselves sometimes is because we are stuck in a way with the illusion that if I'm mad at myself enough, maybe what happened wouldn't have happened. Maybe it could be different, right? This kind of illusion, this kind of hope that things would have been different, that I would have acted different. And holding on to self-resentment is kind of this very painful illusion, right? That maybe if I hope strong enough, it's going to change the past. And so forgiving myself is not indulging. It's not saying that what I did was okay. It's just really seeing, it's clear seeing about my limitations at the time. Clearly seeing also that my state of consciousness is not the same as it was then, and that I did my best. And it's most of all, above everything else, it's giving myself the gift of learning from my mistakes so that I can move forward. And I call it befriending myself. I call it befriending myself because when I look at it, I am a great friend for others. And maybe you are too, right? The ability we have to have compassion for others. And when we see a friend being mad at themselves for something which sometimes we find almost ridiculous and so unfair, right? And we see them just beating themselves up for no reason. And then we try to help them forgive themselves and understand, well, look, you couldn't do any better. There was nothing you could do then. Maybe you can learn from it and move forward with this kind of treasure of a lesson learned. And so here the idea is to apply this for myself. So I want to invite you to do it together with me right now, befriending myself, becoming my best friend, inviting me, helping me, instead of being stuck in self-resentment and guilt and shame, to embrace, take responsibility, learn from my mistakes, my precious mistakes, because these are my best teachers. So let's sit, friends. Let's sit comfortably. Take a moment to adjust your posture. Really doesn't matter whether you're on a chair, on a sofa, on a cushion on the floor. Just as long as you sit in a way that your lower back especially is straight, naturally, without any straining, any tension. Finding the natural alignment again of your body, feet on the floor or legs on the floor. The buttock, the hips resting deep. Inviting the spine to reach up all the way from the tailbone through the crown of the head. chin slightly tucked in so that the back of my neck can get longer. Feel free to invite a sigh of deep, deep relaxation. Arriving in this moment of meditation with delight. Why not? It really helps any form of healing to enjoy the simplicity of being, sitting quietly, breathing. Can you bring a sense of ease and pleasure right now in your meditation? It's like the pleasure of being with a good friend. And the eyes are gently closed or gazing softly down. But closed is ideal. Befriending my breath. Just like sitting in company with a good friend. We notice our body relaxing, right? The belly is relaxed, the solar plexus is soft, and so is the jaw. Even inviting a smile, as if really I was having a good time with a good friend right now. Feeling the love, feeling the connection. And can I extend this to this one, to myself? And if ever I feel resistances to extending this friendship, this love and connection to myself, I can try to press gently, really place the heart, the hand on the heart, and one on the belly maybe, and embracing myself, right? So that it's not about concepts, it's just about really a hug. It's physical. A benevolent, loving hug, as if I was hugging a good friend, the same way I was hugging someone I care for. Right? If it's really, really, really too difficult to relate to myself in this way, I can just think of someone I deeply care for. How would I be with a good friend? And can I, from time to time, just invite myself to extend this to this one, to this soul that I'm responsible for in this life? And now perhaps thinking of something I did that I'm not so happy with. Small thing, please choose a small thing for now. And imagine a friend was telling you about it. What would you say to them? How would you help them have compassion for themselves? Stop beating themselves up, being so harsh with themselves. And it would be so obvious to you, right? How about trying with this one now? And feel free to press pause here if you'd like to sit longer like this, to continue the exploration. Befriending myself. We close remembering that according to our sages, the greatest principle in Torah, a klal gadol, is ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, and you shall love your friend, the other, as yourself. Meaning just the way I love myself, I am capable of loving others. So remembering this is a responsibility that I have to start with this one. Thank you for sitting with me. Let's close with a beautiful breath in, a beautiful breath out. A moment of appreciation for making this time. And I want to invite you to fill yourself with love and to go and share it with others.